And when I think about what he did to Jayson Tatum during the Summer Olympics, it is inexcusable.
Whatever the reason is, I haven't figured it out yet, but I am a believer that everything does happen for a reason.
Have you ever wondered how Derrick White turned Jayson Tatum into a bench player? Or how he earned the last Olympic roster spot over his other All-Star teammate and Finals MVP Jaylen Brown? Yeah, it may sound wild, but that's exactly what happened this season. You might be thinking, wait, Tatum on the bench? How did that happen? Well, grab your popcorn, because today we're diving deep into how Derrick White's emergence reshaped the Celtics lineup and had Tatum sitting out at times. But before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're all about NBA drama and insider scoops. Now, let's jump right in. In the 2024 Paris Olympics, things got interesting. Tatum, despite being a top player, had found himself on the bench during Team USA's opening game against Serbia. It was a jaw-dropper, especially given Tatum's recent achievements and status as one of the NBA's brightest stars. I mean, can you imagine being in Tatum's shoes, watching from the sidelines despite being a key player? Steve Kerr's decision to bench him was strategic, though. The purpose was to optimize the lineup for that particular game.
Just with Kevin coming back and the lineups that I wanted to get to, but that'll change. You know, Jason's going to play. Every game's going to be different based on matchups. He's a total pro. He's first team All-NBA 3 years in a row.
But how did Tatum handle it? Tatum himself described the experience as humbling. It's like being told you're the star of the show, but then you're sitting in the audience. It gave him a fresh perspective on what it means to be part of a team and to experience roles from a different angle, which is pretty wild, right? Back in Boston, Derrick White continued to make waves. His early season performances were impressive, particularly his improved three-point shooting. White wasn't only a defender, though, he was now a serious offensive threat. Just imagine him as the guy who not only locks down his man, but also drains threes with a flick of a wrist.
Ball batted, White's got to throw it up, and he does, and knocks down the three as the shot clock expired.
It's an absolute game changer. When the 2023 and 24 season began, the Boston Celtics were a powerhouse with a stacked roster. They had Jayson Tatum, the franchise star, and Derrick White, who had quickly proved to be an invaluable piece. But here's where things get interesting. White's rise started affecting Tatum's playing time in ways that nobody ever expected.
Brown on the drive, pulls back, lost the ball, got it back, kicks it out, White, corner three, bang! Derrick White from downtown, Celtics by 3.
So, why was White's performance causing a stir? Well, let's break it down. White is known for his stifling defense and surprisingly smooth offensive game, but it wasn't only about the stats. It was also about how his style of play started shifting the team's dynamics. I mean, have you ever seen someone just take over a game without the stats screaming at you?
It's off to Smart for the 7th game. Couldn't have been tipped in, but the buzzer sounded. The light was on. It'll be reviewed.
Well, that's Derrick White. He's like that friend who doesn't need to hog the spotlight, but somehow makes everything better when he's around. His defensive skills are top-notch, but he also started showing off his improved three-point shooting. This new and improved version of White quickly became a key player for the Boston Celtics. But here comes the twist. White's growing influence also meant Tatum's role was shifting. How exactly did that play out? Well, let's have a closer look at a pivotal team meeting that took place during training camp. In a classic team bonding moment, the Celtics' key players, including White and Tatum, were discussing their roles. White jokingly said that he voted for Tatum to come off the bench, which is a funny thing, right?
I mean, I voted JT to come off the bench, but it's all good. At the end of the day, we just want to win, and we know what the end goal is, and we're all about it.
But it also hints at serious discussions about how everyone would fit better. And while nobody really thought that Tatum would end up on the bench permanently, this banter highlighted the Celtics' commitment to flexibility and teamwork. It wasn't only about where you stood on the court, it was about how you could adapt for the team's benefit. So, how did White's performance impact that Celtics lineup? Well, with White's ability to stretch the floor and provide lockdown defense, the team's starting lineup looked more balanced and versatile. The Celtics' net ratings and efficiency metrics were through the roof with White in the mix. It was like the team had found a secret ingredient that made everything click. But let's not forget about Tatum. His role, while still being crucial, was part of a larger puzzle. Managing minutes and ensuring all the players contributed effectively became essential, and the depth of the team meant that they could keep performing even when Tatum wasn't on the floor.
Drew Holiday finds White cutting. Whoa, White! A two-handed stuff!
It became a balancing act, and White's role was a significant part of that equation. Now, here's something interesting though. The Celtics historically struggled when Tatum was on the bench, but with White's added contributions, the team's performance during those stretches actually improved. It's like finding a hidden gem that helps you get through the rough patches. But what does it all mean for Tatum and White? When Tatum was benched, it wasn't just about the rotation. It was a statement about how the Celtics were approaching their season. It was about finding the best fit for the team.
Switches to the left hand. Jalen drives right down the middle. Flies over Green. Throws it down with the right hand.
And maximizing their chances for success. For Tatum, being benched became an eye-opener, reminding him that even the best players have to make sacrifices for the team's greater good. It wasn't only about him being on the court, it was about understanding how every player's role contributes to the overall success, and that's a valuable lesson in humility and teamwork. And for Derrick White, these moments were a chance to shine.
Derrick Jones with the rejection. Here's Irving. Washington drives. Blocked by White. Oh, what a block from Derrick White.
His ability to step up and fill significant roles showed just how crucial that he'd become. White wasn't just a supporting player, he was a key component who could change the game's outcome. As the Celtics move forward, managing roles and playing time will be crucial. The dynamic between Tatum, White, and other key players is going to shape the team's strategy. Balancing individual strengths while also ensuring effective teamwork will be the key to their success. Tatum's brief stints on the bench will help him grow as both a player and a leader, and it's a reminder that leadership, while it's not just about being on the court, it's also about understanding and accepting the roles of others. The way roles shifted from team discussions to international play just goes to show the more broad challenges the Celtics face. So then, what's next for Tatum and White? They'll have to adapt and contribute in their own ways as the season goes on, and their experiences, whether it's leading from the front or taking a step back, will become crucial in shaping the team's future and achieving their goals. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to keep up with all things NBA, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, keep ballin', and peace out.